and feel like and feel like and feel like.
Good evening, you guys. Good evening. Welcome to Kitchen Table Talk Live with SpillitBoyTV. What is going on? Hey, Cyber Diva, I see you, baby. Hey, No Nonsense, and Yolanda, and Regina, and Elle. How are you guys doing? Hey, Tinkerbell. We are streaming live here on YouTube as well as over on Facebook. Jovan, I see you over there on Facebook. What's up, babe? Listen, you know how this goes. I was running in them streets, and I seen some things that I need to talk about. A couple of shows that I love. I want to say a few things to you about those things. Also, a huge happy birthday to a legend. I'm going to talk about that in, second when I get on here. That'll be the first thing we talk about. We gotta wish happy birthday to his purple badness, baby. But yeah, I heard about an explosive meeting between two moguls. We're going to talk about that. Just a couple of things that I ran into while I was walking these streets out on this internet. So, listen, without any further ado, let's get started. What's up, you guys? What is going on? Like I said, we got to do a happy birthday, a huge happy birthday to his purple badness, baby. Today is Prince's birthday. He would have been 63 today. Listen. I talk about him all the time. And he is just that dude. Everybody knows it's like an ongoing running joke. We can't really play music of our favorite artists on here without kind of getting into a little kerfuffle with the YouTube powers that be. And there's some things you can play and some things that you just definitely cannot play. And I'm telling you, if you try to play Prince, baby, he will reach up from the afterlife and snatch you off the air. It's not to be done. He's bad when he was here, and he's bad now that he's gone. But happy birthday to Prince. Rest in peace. One of the most talented people that I have ever set my eyes on. I've seen him many times live in concert, and it is it's an experience. It's an experience. He was one of those people, you'll be sitting at the concert and the music will start playing and you'll look and then you'll be like, oh, I forgot about that song. Oh, wait, that was my jam. And it just goes on like that for hours. It literally goes on like that for hours, and he can keep pulling things. His catalog is just that extensive. He would just pull stuff out that you ain't heard, and then there was stuff that you were waiting on, but all in the midst of that stuff some things that you didn't even know he had anything to do with. Sometimes he busts out and starts singing somebody else's song. You'd be like, oh shit. Listen, that was just him. That was just how he got down. Because there's one song I heard the song and I love the song by the Foo Fighters, The Best of You. And I love this song, but it's truly a rock and roll song. I got another confession to make. And when I sat and one day looked up and here he was performing, I said, something told me he had something to do with it. He was just, he was just that dude. Love Prince. How many groups and other careers that he spun off. Child, the screams of passion. That family. And then you got Vanity 6, which gave birth to Vanity, the solo artist. Apollonia 6. Child Sheila E., who's fierce in her own right, but when you mention Sheila E., you automatically think of Morris Day and the Time, and you think of genius, complete genius. It just is what it is. Sheena Easton, yes. Now Sheena Easton, of course, I knew Sheena Easton when she was My Baby Takes the Morning Train. He works for. I knew her from that, but I ain't paid her really too much attention until she did Sugar Walls. And let's talk about the lover in me. The child, shoot up. That's when we started paying attention to Sheena Easton. We weren't paying attention to her when she was on that morning train. When she got off the morning train and got on top of Prince, baby, we started paying attention to Sheena Easton, honey. And we found out she had some sugar walls. Baby, that Prince could do it to you, honey. Listen, that was it. He was that dude. Love Prince. Love Prince. So happy birthday to Prince, baby. I had my shirt and I've been holding it and I've been just waiting to bust it out. I was waiting. Anyways, happy birthday to Prince. Let's move on because I can stay there all day. Y'all know that. Y'all already know. And this is not going to be a long show because we're going to roll this show right into, I have a premiere actually set for you all, which I think is very special. And I'm going to sit through the premiere with you all because people always ask me about doing live reviews. And I'm not a fan. I'll say that. I'm really not. I'm not a fan of doing my reviews live because it's hard for me to stay on track and do my show reviews live because I have a real bad thing about leaving you all unattended. I got a real bad thing about that. When I go into a live and the person that I'm watching doesn't pay attention to the chat, it's like a pet peeve for me. So I have a real bad thing about leaving you all unattended because that's just the way it goes. When I'm not entertaining you, that means somebody else is entertaining you. And I got a problem with that. Because when you come down here to see me, you're expecting me to entertain you. When you come to see me, when you come to Treasure Lane, you don't come here solely to be entertained by each other. If that was the case, you'd all have YouTube channels. That's not what it's about. So being here and trying to do a review live, and I have not mastered that thing yet because it's hard to stay on track. You know, you're trying to talk about the show and then y'all be kind of swaying off into other things or the interaction kind of throws off the flow. So I said all of that to say this. I see Tracy Thomas over in the Facebook side, which is a wonderful, wonderful queen friend of mine. Hey, Tracy. Hi, baby. And Ashley. What's going on, you guys? Anyway, Pose. The show is no more. It is over. It ended last night with a double episode. It was on for 2 hours. I got a lot to say. And I said, I want to share some time with you all. So this is what I can do. I can meet you in the middle, which is the SpillitBoy TV way. I'll meet you in the middle. So what I'm going to do is I recorded my review and we're going to premiere it. And that's as close to live as I can get it and have it right. And I'll be right there with you so we can actually still converse and bounce off of each other while the review is there and it's done the way I do reviews. So we're going to be premiering my review for season 3, which is the series finale of Pose. And that's going to start at 8:15 my time, Eastern Standard Time. So as we leave here, I'll give you a minute to do what you got to do, and then we're going to just parlay right on over to the premiere, and I will be right there with you all as that video premieres, and we will chop it up and just have a wonderful time. See, here we go, right here. Perfect example of what I'm talking about. Thank you, Cece, for becoming a new member. Hey, Miss Moncrief, welcome, baby. See that? That's why I don't do reviews live, because we don't stay on track. Now I'm talking about Pose. Miss Moncrief over there beating me up about Legendary. That's why we don't do it. And it's like that. And I'm not going to just sit around and ignore you all. That's just not what I do. I am not cut out that way to ignore you. You're waiting on the Legendary review. It will be there. And there's 2 episodes of that. I'll be getting around to that too. But Pose kind of trumped Pose trumped Legendary this week. It's the series finale, so it trumped it. So that's that. And that's what's going to go on. So that's at 8:15 after we are done with this. Pose is over. It can't wait. It can wait. Want to see you go in on that Legendary judging. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. It wasn't all that. Legendary ain't gonna be nothing but a bunch of fussing. Y'all just want to hear me talk about how Miss Thasha got her face cracked in that one category. You know what happened. Her face got cracked. Child, is what it is. So anyway, we'll get around to it. But we posed it tonight. Category is season finale. But that was one of the shows that I definitely wanted to talk about. Another one of my shows that I want to touch on here is American Horror Story. So AHS don't have a date for the next season just yet. But what is actually starting in July the 15th, 2021, is American Horror Stories, which we had heard them talking about it. There was buzz about it, that it was actually coming. And it's done in the vein of American Horror Story. This is what I understand it to be. It's done in the vein of American Horror Story, but not so much the whole, how all the seasons run together and there's always this link between them and they jump back and forth. My understanding that American Horror Stories is going to be more of a Twilight Zone type of situation where all of these stories kind of are standalones. So I'm here for it. I am definitely here for it. Now this is the thing that worked me. It's actually going to be on FX Hulu. So it's going to be streaming. I said, child, how many streaming? Listen, pull out your bills. Is it me? Shout out to Funky Diva. Is it me? Or do you have like $200 worth of streaming services in addition to what you got on your cable? Hey, Erica, what's up, baby? Mwah. Welcome. It's a lot. What's up, Mouse? It's a lot. I looked around. Hulu is one of the ones that I didn't have. I got Netflix, and I got Disney Plus, and I got HBO Max, and I got cable naturally. And now I'm going to have to go ahead. I'm going to have to get Hulu. I had to get Paramount Plus because RuPaul done tiptoed her ass on over there to Paramount Plus for All Stars, which is starting at the end of the month. I'm like, child, listen, I'm going to have to take up a job, a little gig. I'm going to have to do something to take care of my streaming services. Anyway, but American Horror Stories is coming out July the 15th, 2021 on FX Hulu. Listen, I loves me some Ryan Murphy. I will be right there and front and center with my legs crossed. So let's go ahead and talk about this little situation. Because I told you, we're not going to be here long. But this little situation, there's not a whole bunch. I see Madison Banks. Boy, I'm telling you, all my old queens, like folks that I've been friends with for 900 years, are actually showing up over here on the Facebook side. What's up, babe? How are you? Mwah! So good to see you. So, listen. Explosive meeting. That's what caught my eye. I said, what y'all mean an explosive meeting? Two moguls, Jay-Z and Mariah Carey. I said, I know you fucking lying. What type of an explosive meeting is Jay-Z and Mariah having? Like, the big dogs don't be fighting like that. And then I got to digging. I got to tiptoeing, baby. I was tiptoe through the tulip. I said, baby, I need to see what's going on. Because truly, when I heard Mariah Carey and Jay-Z, my head was spinning around giving. I know you lying, child. But yeah, Mariah has left Rock Nation. She done rolled. She said, I'm done and I'm out of here. I am done. To hell with it. I'm gone. And she is releasing some music with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis this week. Now I'm trying to think, what does that get ready to sound like? What is music with Mariah Carey, Jimmy Jam, and Terry Lewis get ready to sound like? More moguls. But I mean, I don't know. I can't put my finger right on, like, you know, some people you say, okay, I can see that. I can see that. You know, but I don't know about that. I don't know. She turned it out with Jermaine, but I don't know about her. I'm in control, Mariah, and then she'll be screaming hard. Let's get ready to go on. I don't know. But listen, let's go back to this explosive meeting. I keep hearing reports of there being this explosive meeting, and it got real heavy in this meeting. And from what I hear, it was drama-filled and it was loud. Mariah is saying, oh no, there's no drama. We're not there, there's no fallout. Not at all. But the rumors and the rumor mill say it was a blow up. It was a blow up. And I was hearing that Jay had kind of came at her with the route of like, where's your career going? Because basically, I'm a paraphrase. Girl, your shit's stale. Now, if you know Mariah Carey the way I know Mariah Carey, you know good and well it wasn't all, hey, oh, it's okay, it's cool, no problem. If you're coming at her talking about her shit is stale, Mariah Carey is just as narcissistic. I know good and well she was in there giving, honey, it's all ass and elbows at this point. So I can't see Mariah just sitting there and it just being this nice little meeting. I don't believe that for a minute. I am waiting with bated breath, waiting on the rest of the information to come out about this meeting. And you know it will, because somebody is going to spill the beans. And baby, I'm going to be sitting right there, because I know good and well she wanted to give Jay-Z a little taste of calling her stale. But the truth of the matter is, Mariah does what Mariah does, but like, are we really, really like, oh, I just can't wait to get another Mariah single? What is she doing? Like, where's she at right now? Where's she at right now? We don't see her. You know what I mean? It's like we don't see her, so we don't really know what she got going on. I don't know. I mean, you're classic. It's like we kind of know what to expect from you, but Mariah doesn't ever want to be, that's not her to like fall. Like when Patti LaBelle say, okay, I'm getting ready to release some music, it's going to be the same type of music that she's released for the last 30, 40 years, because that's her zhuzh. Anita Baker, same thing. Gladys Knight, same thing. You know, it's going to always go back to her brand, but Mariah kind of does reinvent herself. Like when she did work with Jermaine Dupri, she kind of rolled out, you know, she rolled into it. You know, she changed that from what she was doing to kind of update herself. But what is updated for Mariah right now? What does that look like? What does that look like? Can you see Mariah Carey doing a song with Meg Thee Stallion? I mean, it could work, but do you see her doing it? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Maybe I'm being a shit starter. I got a nice strong back. I might be starting some shit. But these were my thoughts. These were my thoughts. And I'm going to be sitting right here and I'm going to be waiting to see what really happened in that meeting, because I still say, mm-mm. And she left. She left. I still say, when I was sitting here and they said, oh no. Or I said, oh, I would never fall out with Jane. It was a nice mix. Stop it, Mariah. So, look, y'all know how this goes. I will keep my ear and my eyes to the street, and we will figure out what's going on with Mariah Carey. And when I find out, I'm gonna come right on down here, and we're gonna chit chat. We're gonna dish the tea. That's what we're gonna do. What is this? I'm talking about All I Want for Christmas. See, look, she's still singing that. There have been 900 Christmases since then, and she always goes back to All I Want for Christmas. It's a classic. But that ain't gonna work for what's going on now. What's the videos going to look like? Who's she hanging out with? You know what I mean? I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see. But I'm excited. We got Mary coming out with some new stuff. We got Mariah coming out with some new stuff. So listen, we're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens. Now, the last thing that I'm gonna talk about here before I let y'all off of here, and this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. This is what I do best. The two things I do the best. Hi, Michael. Hey, Leslie. It's what I do best. Talk shit and fashion. Those are the two things I do best. So what I got my hands on is the Married to Medicine Season 8 reunion looks. And we are getting ready to go through them and talk about what I like, what I don't like, and we're going to go there. We're going to go there. So I hope y'all ready. We're going to go there. Let me let y'all see what the girls down to the Married to Medicine was looking like. Oh, my girls. Boom. There they go. This is the Season 8 looks for Married to Medicine for the reunion. So listen, I'm going to just go right on down the line, okay? I'm going to go down the line. We're going to start right here with Contessa in this white gown. I looked at this gown. Let me leave the gown first. Okay. The makeup, though I love, and I love Dr. Contessa Metcalf. I love her. But her hair is my first issue. That drawstring ponytail, for me, is going to be a no. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Not at the reunion. Not at all. A drawstring, and that's what that looks like to me. It looks like a drawstring ponytail, and not even a new drawstring ponytail. Just a drawstring ponytail. This gown is very costume to me. Very costume, and it gives me Residency in Vegas. Very much Residency in Vegas, and it looks like it could be a tearaway. Like at some point during the number, it would tear away, and it would be a bodysuit, like a swimsuit. That's what it looks like to me. The color palette across here as well. Now here's Julia. Jules is saying it looks better than Atlanta. I'm going to have to disagree, Julia. The color palette is kind of for me. And I actually like the looks at, I like the looks that they had at Real Housewives of Atlanta this last year. I liked them. I thought, I got it. I got the little theme, but I was like, Candy, child, you should just throw you a gown on like everybody else. But it wouldn't have went along with the theme. But at least the color palette was together. This color, I don't know. They're kind of washed out. They're kind of, I don't know. Anyway. But Contessa, yeah, very Vegas Residency, very tearaway, like halfway through her number, that's going to become a swimsuit, and who knows what the hell's going to go on. The ponytail is a complete no for me. The makeup is saying absolutely nothing. Toya, who I actually call the Fry Guy. Toya. First of all, this gown is literally swallowing Toya up. Toya's short. Her and Quad. They're little. They're tiny women. They're small. They're petite. That gown is swallowing Toya up. It is way too much fabric. It's too much fabric. It's too much gown. Toya's body is actually nice. Toya, she's small, but she's not thin. She's juicy. You know, she's juicy in the places that she needs to be juicy in. And I give her a lot of issues on the show. I've been giving Toya the blues. I told you I call her the fry guy. But that gown right there, and it's a pretty gown. It's not just a bad gown. It's, you know, good fabric, very expensive fabric, real pretty, but it just is too much for Toya. She's too small of a woman to have that much gown on, and it comes across quite a bit frumpy. I'm not here for it at all. The hair, I can live with the hair. I can live with the hair. The hair is cool. She looks pretty. She does. She looks pretty. Next to her, we got my girl Quad. So we're gonna say this: it's sexy, which is Quad. That, you know, it's on brand with Quad. This is how she dresses. She dresses like this daily. You know, it's a little boob, a little leg, and all these things. So it's sexy. It has a great fit. It's very drag pageant. Very drag pageant. So it works. It works for Quad being Quad. Now, the hair, I don't want no parts of it. I don't want no parts of it. I don't like this lobster claw ponytail thing. I don't want no parts of that at all. I would have loved to have seen her in a short tapered bob, either in blonde or a light brown. The color of her streaks, if she would have did a tapered bob in that color or went on for the blonde, I could have used that. But the hair, I don't want no parts of that hair at all. No parts of it. Makeup, it's cool. You know, it's cool. Pretty brown girl. Pretty brown girl. It's cool. But yeah, I want different hair. And everything else I'm pretty cool with. Let's move on. Right next to this, I loves me some old messy ass Dr. Simone. But Dr. Simone, in my notes, I wrote yuck. I sure did. When I seen Simone, I said, that whole little situation right there. Oh,
I had almost gagged just then.
I ain't got no use for that. Not at all. I don't care for it. I don't like the color on her. Let's start at the top. No, we'll go with the dress first. I don't like the color. For whatever, I just don't like that color on Simone. I don't know if it is because of her personality. I don't think it works with her personality. I don't know. I don't like the color. There's something going on with that hemline. That hemline, that sewing is just bad. It's just bad. It looked like they literally stitched that hem on the machine, which is completely and utterly out of order. So I'm not using that whatsoever. I don't like it. I don't like this little tie around the waist. And then the dress is bone so heavy, and whatever she has underneath her foundation garment, the tie around the waist is crunching her underneath. I don't know. I don't like it. It's squeezing her boobs. It's just it's just a yuck for me. I don't care for that at all. It's a bad fit. The hemline issues. Now let's go into this hairdo. It's neat, but I don't want it. I don't want it. It's do 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 do. I don't need that genie ponytail. I don't want that. I don't like it. I don't like none of that. I don't like none of that at all. Let's just move it along, honey. And I lives for my Simone with her messy ass. Jackie, Dr. Jackie, Dr. Jackie, Dr. Jackie. This dress is useless for this. It's useless because what's happening with this dress is it's quite boring from what you're seeing here. It's quite boring. And it looks cumbersome because, you know, Jackie's built bad. Jackie's built, Jackie's body's, she works out and does all those things that she needs to do. I don't like the color. I don't like the color. The color is just whatever. It's just whatever. All of the dazzling, fabulous details on this dress are all in the back. This dress has no back. The back is completely cut out, and there is beading and teardrops of crystal all around the hole cut out in the back. It's cut all the way out to her waist. The back of the dress is sickening. The back of the dress is sickening. You see her from the back or see her leaving? Fabulous. But this is a reunion. You're sitting down. Nobody's ever going to see the back of the dress. So this dress is absolutely useless for this. For this. Now, if it were a different color, if the same dress, she'd wore the same dress for a reunion and it was black, it would have had a whole different look. If it was red, it would have a whole different feel to it. It would have some pizzazz. It would have, because the color would make it pop. Electric blue, something. But this Easter time color palette and that dress, it's useless. It's useless. And yeah. And she is a small woman. She don't have large boobs or anything. So there's just nothing there. Her hair, I'll go for the hair. The hair is very Jackie, age appropriate. Jackie's a woman of a certain age. So it's cool. She ain't got to go over the top and, pile shit up on top of her head or anything like that. Her hair and her makeup, I'm fine with. The dress, from the back, the dress is bad. But this right here and what we're doing, useless. Absolutely useless. Let's move it along. Dr. Heavenly. Dr. Heavenly. Now, me and Dr. Heavenly got a whole love-hate thing that goes on with us. One moment, I'm loving Heavenly. Another moment, I'm wanting to strangle Heavenly, but I enjoy her. She's just messy. And clothing-wise, it's always been an issue. It's always been one of them things to pick a struggle. It's sometimes she gets it. A lot of times she misses it. This time, Heavenly got it. This is the best she has ever looked. And overall, it is my favorite look on the whole panel. The color, her makeup, her body looks great. The hair is really pretty. Actually, she's sitting up there looking like a Laura. Her look like her daughter. Her and her daughter, Laura, look a lot alike. The more Laura goes on, they look alike, but she looks like a Laura. The style of her hair and the different things. She looks really, really nice. This is the best that she has actually looked. She looks great here. She really, really does. She looks great. I love this dress. Love this on, I love the fabrication of it. All of that. It's just enough of everything. Her jewelry's not overpowering it. Makeup good, hair good. Yeah, girl. And when I say she looks like a Laura, it literally, everything together, it kind of took some years off of Heavenly. She looks youthful. She looks youthful and fresh. She does. She looks really, really nice. She really does. She looks really good. My favorite on the panel. Next to her is the new girl. Miss New Booty. Yeah, girl, it's duty, honey. Anila. Okay, let's start here. Hemline. We just start right there. That hemline. What is that? What is that? Is the hem falling out? Or is it supposed to be asymmetrical but the measurements is wrong. This dress is completely wrong. It's completely wrong. Completely wrong. And the funny thing is, I think that hemline was actually done on purpose. Because if you look at the show promos for season 8, she has another dress on, and the hemline is doing the same stupid garbage that this one is doing. I think she likes this falling out hem look. It's awful. It's awful. And then the top of it, this whole dress literally looks like balled up tulle. It looks like balled up tulle. It looks like they just literally balled some tulle up, stuffed it into a suitcase, got there to wherever they were going to film, and literally draped it on her while they were there, and curled her hair up with a flat iron, stuck those jewels up on her forehead, and said, "Miss Thing, you are turning it," and sent her out. The jewelry is lackluster. It just is doing absolutely nothing. It's not doing anything for her, and she isn't doing anything for it. So that's what I have to say about that. This, you guys, this is the looks for season 8 reunion of Married to Medicine. It's coming up. They got a couple more episodes, and then yeah, we're gonna have to deal with this for I don't know how many episodes they're gonna have, but we're gonna have to look at it for however long that is, Joe. So yeah, like I said, I thought it would be fun to actually sit and go through these looks with you all. Like I said, the two things I do the best: fashion and talking shit. So listen, that's actually all I have for you all today. I thank you all for hanging out with me. Everybody on Facebook, everybody on YouTube, thank you guys for hanging out. This has been Kitchen Table Talk Live with SpillitBoyTV. Now, like I said, I'm going to give you a few moments. I will be coming back. I'll be on the YouTube side, and I'll be in the premiere. We are going to sit and I will premiere my review and give you all my thoughts on the last 2 episodes, which actually stood as the finale, the series finale for Pose. Again, I love you guys, and I will catch you all on the flip side. One time for the one time. I'll see y'all later. Mwah! Y'all have a good night. I'll see y'all over on the other side. Good night for now.